It should be a crime for making people wait 6 months for a video. Hi guys, and welcome to Lauren's Take. It has been literally about 6 months since I have seen you, and I apologize literally because there's no excuse for that. And in all honesty, I'm not one, well, I am one to make excuses, but literally I don't know why. So I can't really give you guys enough explanation because I was able to do a lot. So I'm not going to blame everything on school like I would like to, but the fact is I was able to watch a lot of Netflix, read a lot of books, and get homework done in time. So there was no excuse for me not being able to make a video. So literally first thing before I do anything is I just want to apologize to you guys for waiting so long to make a video, half the year. It's literally a crime. And I am very, very, very sorry. Hopefully this summer I will make it up to you because I'm not really doing anything this summer. So yeah. I will tell you though, ahead of time, there will be a 2-week period where I will not be making videos, and I have an actual legit reason for that. I will be getting my tonsils out. So I will be recovering for exactly 2 weeks. And actually I was supposed to be the first 2 weeks, like I was supposed to be getting recovered right now, but you had complications. So yeah. So I'm just going to get on with the video. Anyway, today's video is a review on the long-awaited second novel sequel to Lady Midnight, Lord of Shadows. This book was amazing. I had been waiting so long for this book. It took so long for May 23rd to come, and I absolutely got to be here. Well, got to get it on the day it was whatever published, I guess you could say. And like I did Lady Midnight on March 8th last year. I will say it did take me longer to read this one. The main reason for that is because I was studying for exams and SOL, so I wasn't able to do read it. So like I really got to read it come like the last week of school, and I was just like, okay, yeah, I can finally read it. And I'm reading it, and I've read it. It was just amazing. I read hundreds of pages at once. Like, it was so good. So, I'm going to try not to give you guys any spoilers for this review, which is really rare for me, because I think with the book, sometimes you kind of have to give spoilers, in order to really give a good, detailed review of the book. But I'm really just going to give you guys, like overall plot, and, pretty much just, kind of tell you what it is. So what I'm going to do, so you guys kind of know what the book is about, if you don't know what it is about at all, and this is for fans of Lauren's Take who perhaps never have read any Dark Artifices book, and so you could kind of give an idea of what this book was about. I'm just going to read the bio of the book from the jacket cover, and we're going to go on from there. Okay. Would you trade your soulmates for your soul? A shadow hunter's life is bound by duty, constrained by honor. The word of a shadow hunter is a solemn pledge, and no vow is more sacred than the vow that binds parabatai, warrior partners, sworn to fight together, die together, but never to fall in love. Emma Carstairs has learned that the love she shares with her parabatai, Julian Blackthorn, isn't just forbidden, it can destroy them both. She knows she should run from Julian, but how can she when the Blackthorns are threatened by enemies on all sides? Their only hope is the Black Volume of the Dead, a spellbook of terrible power. Everyone wants it, only the Blackthorns can find it. Spurred on by a dark bargain with the Sealy Queen, Emma, her best friend Christina, and Mark and Julian Blackthorn journey into the courts of Fairy, where glittering revels hide bloody danger and no promise can be trusted. Meanwhile, rising tension between shadow hunters and downworlders has produced a cohort, an extremist group of shadow hunters dedicated to registering downworlders and unsuitable Nephilim. They'll do anything in their power to expose Julian's secrets and to take the Los Angeles Institute for their own. When downworlders turn against the Clave, a new threat rises in the form of the Lord of Shadows, the unseelie king, who sends his greatest warriors to slaughter those with Blackthorn blood and seize the Black Volume. As dangers close in, Julian devises a risky scheme that depends on the cooperation of an unpredictable enemy. But success may come with a price he and Emma cannot even imagine, one that will bring with it a reckoning of blood that could have repercussions for everyone and everything they hold dear. Join millions of readers around the world who have fallen under the spell of Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunters in the second volume of the Dark Artifices trilogy. So that pretty much gives you a huge synopsis of what the book is. I'm going to be honest, literally that's what the book is about, and it was really crazy, in all honesty. I was really shocked when I was reading it. It was so many plot twists in this book. It was literally one of the best books I've read in a very, very long time. Once I had, like, gotten past the halfway mark, I literally just finished it. I would just sit and read it and could barely put it down. It was so good. The love story in this book, it was too much. It was so many different love stories. It was so many different aspects of it. The thing about this book is, you have Emma and Julian, you have Emma and Mark, you have Mark and Christina, you have, you have Mark and Kieran, you might have a potential thing for Kit and Ty, which I really, really want to happen. You might also have something with Kit and Livia, who was Ty's twin. You kind of, I don't know if you really get it with Drusilla and Jamie, who is actually Christina's best friend. And you kind of, at the very beginning, get it with Christina and Perfect Diego. It was a lot. A lot of different love twist and, all the stories. You got kisses from a lot of couples. I won't say which ones. I won't spoil anything for Gemma shippers, because if you haven't read the book, it's important that you read it. I will say they have moments, but I'm not going to tell you what those moments consisted of, because I really don't want to spoil this one for you. It is literally one of those books that you have to read for yourself, and you don't want anyone spoiling it for you, especially if you get really far into the book. There, again, so many plot twists in Lord of Shadows. The ending was the biggest plot twist of all. It just was too much, and literally after I finished the book, no lie, I was just sitting there, and I was so lost and depressed. I was like, why is it over? Like, it's really, really hard to explain the feeling I get when I finish a book, like in a good book like Lord of Shadows. But the thing about this book in particular, it just had a very crazy, crazy ending, and a lot of people wouldn't really understand. Like, being a fan of Cassandra Clare books, like anything Shadowhunters, you know that something isn't going. Like, most books don't have a happy ending. Like, if you're just being honest, most books end with a cliffhanger. Like, City of Bones, not really. Like, Mortal Instruments, I wouldn't say that as much. Infernal Devices, same thing. But so far with Dark Artifices, yeah, it does. Lady Midnight ended with a huge, huge cliffhanger, especially because Mark literally ended the book with saying, "Why lie?" And we're like, what? And we also have to deal with the fact in Lord of Shadows that we had, not Lord of Shadows, Lady Midnight, that we had an epilogue that we had to read. Lord of Shadows did not have an epilogue, which I was kind of shocked about, considering the first book did. But the thing about Lady Midnight's epilogue, it kind of gave you a kind of scene into a subject that will be brought up in Lord of Shadows. I will be honest, that epilogue does bring up something that occurs in Lord of Shadows. So, yeah. It's a really, really, really good book. I advise, if you need something to read this summer and you're bored like I am, read it. First read Lady Midnight, then read Lord of Shadows, because you would be probably highly confused. I mean, I think you can kind of read it as a standalone, but I advise you don't, just so you kind of have a better understanding. I mean, if you started with Dark Artifices and then read Mortal Instruments, you kind of get some sneak peeks into what might happen in Mortal Instruments. But literally, if you're just looking for something to read this summer, I definitely advise Lady Midnight and Water Shadows because it's just so good. And yeah, I think it's just a really, really good book and good read for the summer, especially because I started out my summer with it, kinda, like a day before my last day of school. So yeah, so this book definitely gets 5 stars from me. Literally, there was never a dull moment. The only reason it took me so long to read it was because I was busy with school and, studying for exams and all that jazz. So yeah, it was an awesome, awesome book, hands down. I cannot wait till the third one next year. Hopefully I do. I know I'm going to have to wait as long, probably longer. I'm just hoping it will just be a year, instead of what happened this year, where the book was supposed to come out April 8th, but that got pushed back all the way to May 23rd. And I'm really hoping that does not happen next year, because I cannot wait till June to read it, even though it took me till June to finish this book. So in all honesty, it took me about 2.5 weeks to finish this book. No, about 2 weeks and a day to finish this book. And I'll be honest, I didn't read it every day. So in all honesty, I'm talking about the actual days it took me to read it. I think it took me about 6 days altogether out of those 2 weeks. So I didn't read a lot of it during that 2-week period, but I finished it within a 2-week period. So yeah, so this concludes this awesome video of Lauren's take. I might upload another video for you today, pretty much giving you a book haul of all the books that I've gotten in the months of from Christmas all the way to now. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that video for you guys today, and it will be a quick one. I will make it quick because this one is actually fairly long. So you guys know what to do. Give this video a big thumbs up. Don't give it a thumbs down. That's just rude. And I will update as soon as I can. Thank you guys so much for not unsubscribing and being really loyal subscribers, okay? I will see you guys soon, okay? Bye.